Computer. All right. Hello, medical assistant students. We have another equation here that I'm going to show you how to do the dosage calculation on. And I will show you both equations, again, the one in your pharmacology textbook and the one in your the other bigger textbook. I'm going to write them up here though, because many times when we get in these, it's good to just write them down on paper or wherever you need to do it, so that way you have that equation readily available. The one in your pharmacology textbook is D over H, just moving my thing there, H equals X over the V, or A equals D over H times Q. And on here, your D's are the same, doctor's order. Your H is the same, it means what's on hand, but your V and your Q mean exactly the same thing as well, even though it's different. Vehicle or quantity is what format you're going to administer the medication on. Now that I have those written down, I'm going to look in my scenario and my medication order, and I need to find what D is, what H is, and what V or Q stand for. So the order reads, the provider orders 250 milligrams of amoxicillin to be administered by mouth, otherwise PO, daily. The medication on hand is available in 100 milligram tablets. All right, so I've read that. D, I go back and I read provider orders 250 milligrams. I want the milligrams. So D is 250 milligrams. Go back to my scenario. What's on hand? On hand, available 100 milligrams. So over 100 milligrams equals X. You don't do anything with X right now because that's what you're solving for. But your vehicle, you go back to your scenario and see that it's in a tablet form. So tablet will be one tab. Now we can solve this equation. We can cross off the milligrams, because we don't need that anymore. And what you do on the top, you can do on the bottom. They cancel each other out. And then we go back and we cross multiply. So 250 times one tab is 250 tab equals 100 times X, because we're multiplying 100 times X, 100 X. Now we have to get X by itself on the right side of that equation. So we are going to divide by 100 over here. And what you do on one side of the equal sign, you have to do on the other side. So I'm going to divide 100 into 250. If this is something you can do in your head, then you can do it in your head. Some people have to write it out. So writing it out, this number here goes on the outside of the division sign. So 100 goes into 250. So we look at this and we say, okay, well, 100 doesn't go into 250 and in an even number or a solid, a prime number. So I look at it and I say, okay, but 100 goes into 250. It goes up to 2 times, because 2 times 100 is 200. If I were to go to 3, that'd be 300, and that's too much. So you can't go over that 250. So I'm going to put 2 up here. Then I'm going to multiply 2 times 100, and I get 200. Put it here. Subtract, and then I'm going to get 50 left over. If I have a remainder down here, I have to go further in the division problem. Doing that, you're going to add a decimal point, which goes straight up here, and add a 0, drop the 0 down, and it now becomes 500, which 100 into 500 is an even 500. So 100 goes into 500, 5 times, put 5 here. Again, you're going to multiply times 100, you get 500. subtract, and you get 0. So the this 100 into 250 is 2.5 tabs equals X. So your answer is 2.5 tabs, which is 2.5, because then you're going to break it in half as long as it's scored in the middle. And going back to the other equation, still the same concept. We need to find, we're solving for A, that's what we're solving for, but we're going to go back and D over H times Q, we know what they mean. So D is that 250 milligrams. H is the 100 milligrams times the vehicle, the quantity, what we're going to administer, or how we're going to administer it, 1 tab. So get rid of your milligrams, get rid of your milligrams, do the same division problem, 100 into 250. And if you go over here, you'll get the same answer, 2.5, oops, sorry about that, times 1 tab. And that's 2.5 tabs, or 2.5 tabs. And that's how much you're going to give to your patient, is 2.5 tablets of amoxicillin. All right. This is the end of this video, and I'm going to do a few more.